Gates wasn't just an advisor, he was a strategist. His big idea was to apply cold, hard business logic to society's problems. And he looked around and saw one field in particular that was just perfectly chaotic and ripe for what you might call a hostile takeover: medicine.
Now, to really get a sense of the revolution that Gates was about to unleash, you have to understand what he was starting with. Because, as Brown's research shows, American medicine at the turn of the century was, to put it mildly, a complete and utter mess.
I mean, it was the Wild West. You had all these different competing ideas about health: homeopathy, herbalists, you name it. The so-called regular doctors were practicing something called heroic medicine, which often involved things like bleeding people or giving them mercury. Yeah, and being a doctor wasn't even a high-status job. The education was a joke too, with hundreds of shady, for-profit medical schools just pumping out graduates. It was the perfect target for someone who wanted to come in and clean house.
And let's be really clear about what we're talking about here. As Brown puts it, the common treatments back then weren't just useless, they were often straight up unpleasant and often lethal. So this wasn't a system that just needed a few tweaks. In the eyes of reformers like Gates, it had to be torn down to the studs and completely rebuilt.